two of the most hyped earbuds right now, and everyone keeps asking me the same thing.
Which one's better? Which do you like?
So let's settle this, but we're gonna do this in a point system. Controls are a really big deal for me when it comes to picking out fitness earbuds, because anyone will tell you they can literally make or break your workout. So let's start with the PowerBeats Pro 2. So super straightforward. This B logo, it's a physical button that you can press on. You get double and triple tap options. Plus there's a volume rocker on top of both of the earbuds. Now on the OpenFit 2, what you get is a touch control right here, but also there's this physical button. Now this top button works just like the Beats center button, same controls, except now for volume, you would long press. Bottom line is that both of them have solid controls. Keeping it real, after having both of these for multiple weeks and months, I would prefer having the control button on the top like Shokz. You're gonna end up pressing this when you're putting them on or you're adjusting them, so by no means is it a deal breaker, but there has to be a clear winner. Shokz is getting this point. Alright, so which one of these earbuds actually stay on better? I see a lot of tests on YouTube where they just kind of do the classic head shake. But let's be real, earbuds usually don't fall off like that. Both of these are gonna fit really great, but one of them has to come out on top. So this is what we're gonna do. Shokz on my left ear and the PowerBeats on my right. I'll be running and removing my shirt mid-run. 3 rounds of this before it starts pouring. Alright, light little jog. Light little jog. Neither of these fell off. The only thing that fell off was my headband that has my microphone. Neither of them fell off again. Neither of these are falling off. I don't even have any need to adjust them. They're both on. When it comes to the case on these, keep in mind, I mainly use these as sport earbuds, but if you're planning to use these like for your everyday earbuds, then you're gonna wanna listen up. Side by side, the size difference, I mean, it's pretty obvious. I really wish that Beats trimmed down their case. Now, don't get me wrong, they both are gonna fit in your pockets. It's just that Shokz is much more compact. They can even fit in this tiny pocket in the back of my running shorts. Alright, so Beats is gonna have wireless charging, which that's a really nice feature. Both of these are gonna use USB-C. So for sport earbuds, am I gonna go with one that has wireless charging, or would I go with one that's more pocket friendly, more convenient to carry? Alright, this is gonna be a microphone test that we're gonna start with the Shokz in 3, 2, 1. The Shokz are now on. It's actually not that quiet. We have the future NBA behind me. But besides that, it's not too windy, so you should hear me pretty well. And now let's switch to the PowerBeats. PowerBeats Pro 2. Both of these are going to be really outstanding microphones. I've never had anyone had any issues with either of the two mics. But just to be fair and actually test these microphones, let's go somewhere busier. Okay, we are still with the PowerBeats Pro 2. Only thing is now we are at the gym. I expected it to be a lot louder in here, but nobody really showed up. They are playing music in the background. I don't know how much you can hear that. An important thing that you should know is that this is paired to my iPhone. And now we're going to go to the OpenFit 2. I've tested a lot of earbuds and headphones, and these are honestly one of the better two, but there has to be a clear winner, so we're going to give this point to. Here's the thing though. This is going to be a huge personal preference, really what you like. And just a heads up in case you couldn't tell, but these go inside your ears and some people really can't stand that. But if we're talking about all day comfort, I have to give it to the OpenFit 2 and that open ear design. Earbuds today are stacked with a lot of smart features. But here's the thing, if you're on Apple's ecosystem, Beats are just going to be at a whole nother level. Because of the new H2 chip, you get features like spatial audio, Find My support just like all your other Apple devices, and a full voice assistant control, which is honestly the part I probably use the most. Send a text message to Sabumafu. See, when Apple makes both the earbuds and the phone, it is going to be pretty difficult to compete against that. But Shokz does do a good job at giving you a lot of features. I always use a multi-point to connect two devices at once. Plus it also has a custom EQ, which Beats doesn't have one, but overall we know which one packs more features. Now let's talk battery life. The PowerBeats can give you up to 10 hours on a single charge, but if you add the case, it gives you up to 45 hours. But this is only if you have noise cancellation and transparency off. If you turn them on, you're looking more at like 8 and 36. Now Shokz gives you up to 11 hours on a single charge, and with the case up to 48 hours total. For single-use sessions, Shokz is going to last longer, and for overall total battery life, Shokz again comes out ahead. Durability really matters to me since I'm using these for workouts, so let's talk IP ratings. First, how well they handle sweat and water. Now on a scale of 1 to 9, Shokz is a 5 and PowerBeats is a 4. Shokz is winning here, but when it comes to dust resistance, on a scale of 0 to 6, Shokz is going to be a 5. The PowerBeats actually has no official ratings, so overall Shokz gets this point. When it comes to sound, these are honestly apples and oranges. If you want noise cancellation, you really can't beat anything that goes inside your ear. I feel like it would be more fair to compare the transparency mode on the PowerBeats Pro 2 to the OpenFit 2. And I read your comments. I would agree with you guys where, yeah, I actually would prefer to go with the OpenFit 2. At the end of the day, it's really which one of these categories you value the most. I'm just here to help you make the best call for you. But if you count up the tally points, again, I focused on how these perform for workouts. So if you want big, immersive sound, noise cancellation to block out the world, whether that's in the gym or on the go, you might want to look at the PowerBeats. But if you care more about comfort, staying aware of your surroundings, and still getting solid sound, then the OpenFit 2 are a great pick. Again, I'm in my running era, so I lean a little bit more towards the Shokz, but either way, I hope this helps you find the pair that feels right for you.